everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today. We're so excited to have you, and we are so happy that you stayed with us. And I'm very honored to introduce Eve, who's one of our favorite customers, and she comes from the brand that all of you know. So maybe if you could introduce yourself and introduce your brand.
Hi, I'm Eve Fish. I work for Publishers Clearinghouse, which, raise of hands, have you ever heard of Publishers Clearinghouse? Yes. So I have worked there for about 25 years. This is my 26th year. When I started at Publishers Clearinghouse, there was no such thing as online. There was direct marketing, and it was sending the mailings in, across the world. I'm sure everybody is very familiar with that. So we have gone through a major transformation where we had to actually translate the mail to email to now we're in mobile apps and sending push notifications. So it's very, very similar to direct marketing, and we just apply that to the different, the different forms and platforms that we have today.
Thank you so much. So as you can see, Eve is the right person to be on this panel, as she can walk us through this evolution of PCH. PCH, for many of us, is well known for the big checks and sweepstakes, but actually it's a more complex business model than that. PCH has many different product lines that many of us are not even aware of. So maybe if you could give us a quick overview of the origin and the history of Publishers Clearinghouse and what brought you to the organization in the first place, but most importantly, what kept you there for the last over 20 years?
I've tried to leave so many times. So Publishers Clearinghouse it's a private company. It's been around for 70 years. This is our 70th year. So when you hear about all those brands that come and go, and what makes a company stay for that long, and how do they translate this older brand that your grandparents are probably engaged with, and you have to talk to the younger, new audience. It's very difficult for us. When you hear Publishers Clearinghouse, the first thing I bet you all think, is that real? Is that really real? Do people really win? I bet you're all thinking about that. So when I first started, I was on the prize patrol. I personally have awarded over $40 million to 40 different states. I could tell you that it is real. I could tell you we're giving away $1 million in a couple of weeks and $15 million in 3 to 4 weeks from now. And what's exciting about Publishers Clearinghouse is we have an entire network of sites online and in apps. And we are giving away now a prize every single week, either a car, $25,000, a lifestyle prize, a trip to Hawaii. And we're trying to bring to the new customers prizes that we think that they are interested in. And it's very interesting with AI. We do a lot of testing. We think that we know what our new younger demo wants, but at the end of the day, everybody wants cash. We try, and it all comes down to cash.
So remember, it might be your lucky day. It's not too late to try. And maybe if you could tell us about the latest products that you have just launched that give your customers even more opportunities to win amazing prizes.
So we are very excited. We are a client with MoEngage, as you heard. And we are now going through a transformation where we are launching new gaming apps that you would see. Maybe you've heard of Candy Crush, maybe you heard of Candy Crush? Well, we have launched an app a couple days ago called Treasure Match. And it is like Candy Crush, but the difference is as you're earning points, I bet you in Candy Crush you just sit there, right? The points you don't know, maybe you got to the next level. Well, you can translate, you could take those points that you earn at Publishers Clearinghouse and think of it as like a Dave & Buster's. You take your points, and we have a rewards page where you can actually take your points and enter for the prize that you want. We give away a prize every 10 minutes on our network. You can win $5, $100. And our customers love to earn tokens. And I just was looking. Last year, our customers actually owned 50 trillion tokens last year and redeemed 75% of them for prizes, most of them like cars. And actually, we always say, or take the cash. Of course, everyone wants the cash. But we are constantly learning, and we realize that what our core competency is, it's the dream to win, right? You're going to win a prize. And I'm telling you, there are prizes all the time. Why use Publishers Clearinghouse instead of Candy Crush or Wordscapes or anything like that? You have a chance to win. So we just launched a couple of apps. We have 5 more on the horizon next year. And what keeps me at Publishers Clearinghouse is I'm constantly learning. Using MoEngage, I have a great team. These kids that graduate college are so smart these days. And I love working with them. They love working on the platform with MoEngage. And we are constantly learning that we have very different cohorts of customers. The majority of our customers are what we call VIPs. They've been around for 20 years. They come and they're our loyalists and they generate 90% of our margin. But we know that if we want to continue to transform, we have to get to a younger, new audience, and that's very hard to do when you're trying to attract a brand new customer and you're trying to build that credibility and build that relationship. And we are working on that initiative right now. So that's very exciting for us.
So you gave us an overview of where the company is today and where the company is going, but maybe we can take a step back and look at where the company has been and the journey. So when you joined PCH, where was the company as it relates to the digital evolution or revolution?
Yes. So when I joined Publishers Clearinghouse, it was direct mail only. We were selling magazines in the mail, and you can return them with a stamp that I think cost like 4 cents at that time. I don't know, it's like $1 now. That's how long ago it was. So what happened was, we invented the online. Now we want a website. We have pch.com. And I don't know about any other companies, but with us, it's like, that's never going to work. What's that? And for someone like me, I was like, I want to go there. I want to, try to translate what we learned, and I want to go to the digital space. So we now have about 5 or 6 entertainment properties. Lotto, we have a free Lotto site. You don't have to buy it. You don't have to spend $1. You can win. We have another. I feel like it's a pitch, but it's not. This is all true. You can win. We have a power prize of $4.5 million. It's up to now. You pick your numbers. You come every day. And at the end of the year, that prize will be awarded as well. We have gaming sites, mobile web, desktop. Mm-hmm. So right now what we're trying to do is get our desktop and mobile web customers over to our apps. So when I saw the nudges before, that was exciting to me to be able to say, when I see someone on mobile web, to try to get them to download one of our apps and to be able to use AI and do all that testing. That is very exciting.
And let me just add that PCH is a very unique company because unlike many of the other companies that are present here today, they were on the market and they were very successful before the internet actually came to be. And could you give us an overview of the journey, how your communications and customer engagement has evolved alongside the technology, and how this journey has been for the company, for the brand, but also for you personally, because it must have been an exciting adventure.
Right. So the thing about Publishers Clearinghouse is to enter the prize, if you want the prize which will to come to your house, you have to give us your full address. We have 100% logged in customers. We have about 15 million customers where we know exactly what their demo is just from the zip code that they provide us. We have a tremendous amount of zero-party data, and we take that and we leverage that to give them the right, I hate to say that, the right message, the right time, all of that stuff. So what we have found is when we start acquiring different websites, through different games. And we were a mess. Nothing was talking to each other. There was that slide earlier on that was like the chaotic slide I was laughing about because that's kind of us right
The
now.
chaos slide that
The
everybody
chaos.
thinks is so exaggerated because we
It's
have
not.
such a creative marketing team.
I felt for a lot of a lot of that, and we are going through those growing pains now. A lot of our apps, a lot of our websites, they're owned by different product owners that are throughout the country. They have silos. They don't speak to each other. They don't even understand the benefit of cross-promoting their customers to each other. And I head up digital marketing, and my job is holistic omni-channel journeys and trying to get all of the different product owners to play nice in the sandbox and not overmail the customers, because we all do share the same customers. Our customers are engaged with Publishers Clearinghouse, as you heard. We have about 400,000 customers that come to our site every single day and enter. Some of them spend hours entering and earning those tokens. And while they're there, we are able to send them we have partnerships that we work with. I bet you another question is, how do we make our money, right? That's going to be the next one. How does Publishers Clearinghouse make their money?
I think we've talked about how everyone enjoys winning money. So if you could tell us a little bit more about my favorite topic, which is customer engagement. And when you're looking how your teams have optimized their email and app engagement strategies, and what were some of the things that you explored in terms of the experiences that customers are looking for with your brands, especially that you have so many different products that the same customers engage with?
So what I've learned through many different people have come in and out over the past 25 years. And Publishers Clearinghouse is not the coolest brand, right? And it just doesn't, resonate as much. So someone comes in, they say, you know what, let's not use Publishers Clearinghouse. Let's take out the brand name and let's try to start from scratch. And all of the testing that we've ever done is that our brand is credible. It provides our customers with something that they trust. So anytime we've tested outside of the brand or outside of something that we know that our customers are asking for, it always fails, but yet we keep trying again. I've been at the same company for so long that you don't want to become one of those, we did it before, it didn't work. We tried that before, right? And I'm constantly saying, okay, you try it. Data is the answer to everything. That's all that matters. I don't care how long I've been there. If the data says that this is what our customers want, then that's what they're going to get. So we are a testing first, data first company from the very beginning, and we've taken that to where we are today.
So I know that you're putting the customer at the center of everything that you do, but what I found fascinating when we were chatting earlier on, that you go beyond demographics and psychographics, and you almost identify the state of mind of the customers that are the ideal customer for PCH. Could you tell us a little bit more about this fascinating concept?
We've learned well, first of all, we do use the predictions tool at MoEngage, and we do have ideas of when someone is about to fall off or uninstall and things like that. And the first thing that you hear is, oh, we send too much emails. Oh, it's junk mail. Oh, there's too much push notifications. So we take that very seriously. And we have found that more is more. And the more that our customers come in, they get addicted. So it is very difficult to get someone in the door. That's for sure. But once they come in, we have found that if they engage at least 3 times in that first 7 to 15 days, they are going to be hooked. So if they do not engage with the first 3 days when they're with us, they will not engage. So our onboarding is extremely important. We spend a lot of time with that. We're really excited about using the new welcome flows And that's everything. I could tell you right now, if you do not engage, if you engage 2 times in the last 7 days, you will never be a VIP. You know, that's sort of how we know what works. So we focus on those moments of truth, if you will, of when will I become this person that is going to be a VIP? When do we think that maybe they might leave? Let's alter the message. We spent a lot of time listening. Not only do we do testing through AI, through A/B testing, we got involved this year, which is very exciting, with, I don't know if everybody is aware, with like user testing or PickFu, which is just amazing. You can select a demo that is exactly the demo that you're looking for, the age, and you could just put up online 4 different creatives, and you get to narrow down what this customer likes, and then you get to take the winners, and then you get to live test them. So we're exploring in all different ways of testing. Before, back in the day, we were doing focus groups, and we did about 4 focus groups a year, where I used to have to sit behind a glass window for 9 hours a day in the dark listening to our customers. And again, it is the fundamentals of marketing that you cannot lose. And that is what I try to teach all of the new up-and-coming graduates that come in, is that there is discipline that you must maintain, and there's also a brand image that you must maintain. If you do those 2 things, then I believe that you will be successful with anything you do.
Maybe you could elaborate a little bit more on how data and the insights that you're getting is helping you to shape the brand image, because you're a traditional brand, so you're following as a different demographic.
You could say it.
that your target audience. So how do you combine? It's almost like the Old Spice perfume example. Like, how do you stay cool and still appear, exciting to the new generation, while you maintain the values, traditions, everything that you are known for?
So I always say it's not about me. It's not about us. It's customer first. You cannot develop promotions with how you feel. Oh, I would never, enter that. I'm like, you have to follow what the customer wants. When I started, I was much younger than the demo at the time. And I said, what's going to happen when I turn 50? Am I all of a sudden going to start entering in the offline mail? Like, what is that? What's happening? So we realized that our customers, unfortunately, are now the 75, they're going away. We need to find new customers coming in. But as you mentioned, it's a psychographic, which is very different than a demo, because it's not something that you can pinpoint. It's something that there is a customer, whether or not they didn't get the job that they wanted, or marry the man for $1 million and you're not going to win the lottery. There is a certain customer that said, you know what? I'm going to enter Publishers Clearinghouse, and I know it's real, and I can win. And those people, they win because someone wins. Just like someone's going to win those IMAX, those headphones, which I wish I can win, because I can't win from Publishers Clearinghouse.
I mean, you still have a chance.
So it's just about the credibility and trying to prove to our customers that it is real. And I think that is what we're focusing on, showing real winners that our new demo can relate to. I'll see a creative going out to, our target is now 35 to 45, so that's like where we're going. At first, we tried to go to Gen Z. I was like, guys, take it a little bit. You don't start from baby boomers and then go to Gen Z, but these are the things that you have to deal with. So we took it down, maybe just 1 or 2 generations, and that's where we are now, trying to focus on what they want.
But we love brands that are aspirational. So now that we have looked at the past and the current state of customer engagement, let's look into the future. So a lot of discussion today is around the future of customer engagement, the innovation, AI. And we've heard a lot of trends within the industry and new products coming to the market. And when we think of PCH in the next 5, 10 years, could you tell us what really catches your attention regarding where the customer engagement is going?
I believe the customer engagement will remain the same. I think the platform may be different, but the idea is if you have a dream to win, you just have to stick with that, and it doesn't matter if it's on TikTok, or sorry, X. Well, no, that's tweet. That's tweet. See, this is me. This is why I need my team to help me out here. So there's many different, threads, everything coming in, and we're trying to understand how much we need to invest in those areas. And I heard shiny objects, and that's what gets me. I have to put my sunglasses on at work a lot because I'm like, stay away. Stick to the basics. It is, especially when you're dealing with, we have 15 million customers, I never see them. So if you send a communication, the only thing you'll get back is the data. And that's what you have to stick with, is the data, no matter how much you like it or not. The answer is the answer, so.
And any tips for our audience, how they could win?
First, you have to enter. That's the first step. And I can't explain how easy it is to enter that first step. If you like playing games, so we're really excited that Steve Harvey is our sponsor now for WordMania. So we have his brand image, and we're trying to get a demo with Steve Harvey. And I look across the room, and I have my colleagues here, and it is very exciting because there's UA, we have paid media, we have analytics. There is a team that is so important that we work together. As the other thing that I can explain is you cannot work in silos. Even though we're a one marketing team, I've seen so many marketing teams just, okay, you know what? Our Facebook manager is in New York City over there, and they don't speak to our app manager who lives in Boston over there. They don't even speak. So how do you get everybody to realize that you own a touch of that customer? And if you own one touch, that means that you need to gather together and collaborate. And that's what I try to champion, is to get everyone together so that 1 + 1 = 3. And I spend a lot of time doing that. It is not easy to do, but that's my goal for when in 5 years, when we have, I don't know what the next thing will be. Right now it's mobile apps. We're not going crazy. We're not doing spaceship rockets or anything. We have mobile apps. And I hope that by taking everything we've learned throughout the years, I can make my ancestors at PCH happy, and be able to share that with all of the new Generation Z. In about 20 years, we'll get there.
And where do you see the company going? How do you think PCH will evolve with the latest developments and artificial intelligence? And how will the customer engagement look like with PCH?
I would like to know that as well. But we are really forward-thinking. We are working with MoEngage to teach us the tools, to give us the tools so that we can explore them, so that we are relevant and we will remain relevant. And one of the things that I think I've learned in the last maybe 3 years is that for our company, technology, especially offline with mail, technology and marketing never spoke. We have an operations team that sends out our emails. We send like 2.6 billion emails a year. And marketing really had nothing to do with the technology until MarTech was invented. I was like, marketing is in front of technology, it's MarTech. So we're really excited to have our marketers get into the platform and to learn themselves. And I think that is what's going to take it to the next level.
And talking about learning, as we have many marketeers here and you have so much experience, what are the biggest mistakes that you have made with customer engagement, and what are the takeaways or tips that you could leave our audience with tonight?
We don't make any mistakes. One of the things which is not really pertaining to customer, but we find that there is a lot of complex setups in what we're doing when we're trying to coordinate omni-channel journeys. And we find that if we were to do about 50 tests, I would say like maybe half of them weren't set up correctly, and they didn't work, and we had to redo them. And that's a big challenge for us because we have to do a lot of rework. So what we're trying to do is understand what went wrong, what didn't we do right. The worst thing is when you're excited about a test and then the CEO asks for the results and you're like, well, it didn't go out as planned. So I find that with technology, especially, that helps us. That helps things that slip through the cracks, and we're still learning. So I think, I don't know, maybe one of the biggest, first of all, Ed McMahon never worked for Publishers Clearinghouse. I could tell you that. Anyone think that he did? He worked for American Family Publishers. So what happened was he was a well-known, obviously everyone knows Ed McMahon. We worked for Time magazine. We were associated with him, and they did a very bad job of decepting customers. You've probably heard a lot of things in the past, and that was AFP. It was not Publishers Clearinghouse. But we are constantly, is it real? Who wins? We're constantly, our customer service, our Facebook, we're trying to explain to our customers that it is real. And I think that that's something that we're going to work on to try to keep continuing.
And if we wanted to win $1 million tonight, what would be the best app to start with?
We have actually an app called Lotto app, and we do offer a chance to win $1 million every night. So you put your numbers in and you enter it, and it's free. So you could go there today. You can go on desktop. You go on mobile web. Again, it's not just about the big prize, but it's about smaller prizes. It's about playing games, having fun, taking your tokens and entering them for the prizes that you want, which is more, and not to knock AI or anything, but having the customers choose what they want is so much better than any AI or anything that we could do. So we're so excited about collecting the data and having that. Would you like to win this prize or this prize? And then guess what? We can communicate different prizes to different people. So listen to your customer, ask them what they want, and give it to them.
Thank you so much, Eve. That was a beautiful journey of customer engagement, and we are all for giving to our customers what they want. So thank you so much, and thank you everyone for listening.
Thank you.